Okay, we'll wait a couple of minutes, see if people show up, or otherwise we'll just get started. Also, make sure your Zoom name is set to your actual name, not like your mom's name or like your brother's name or something. I believe we're only missing one person, so we will give him a couple, 1 or 2 minutes, see if he shows up. Otherwise, we'll just get started. Okay, we're waiting for Mihir to log on because he just got his computer up and running. So once he logs on, we will get started. Captain America skin. I see. Yes, that's a very important question. How much will it cost? I don't even know what it is, but how much will it cost? That's a good question. Okay, he's here. Let's get started. That's a lot of V-Bucks. Are you sure you can afford that? Okay, let's see. Where were we last time? This window. Share screen. Imagine playing Fortnite at all. Okay, here is my screen where we have our wonderful mod material. So I think this is as far as we got last time. That we created our mod material, and then okay, stop talking stuff in the chat. You can have all your debates about Fortnite versus Minecraft after the class is over. Okay, Well, imagine having to do math. I mean, if you want to do any coding things, you got to do a whole bunch of math. So the entire game of Minecraft runs on math. I mean, how do you think they'd render all the 3D stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Stacks and all.
Yeah, yeah. There's lots of math. Not even just that, like the more complicated stuff behind like lighting and like rendering 3D things, things like that is hard. Okay, so where we got to last time is we have our mod material class that is we're going to use it to make our set of tools. And I've created textures for a full set of tools, you know, like sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel, and hoe. And then I've also created textures for armor, and we're going to use all of those to make tools and armor, obviously. So let's get started.
Wait, so we're gonna make armor today?
I don't know if we'll get to armor today. We're going to start with tools, but we'll see if we'll see how far we get. But we'll get to armor after tools. Just I don't know if it'll be today or not.
Did you already make the tools?
Oh yes, you bet. I've got textures for all of them. I've got like my example mod on my other computer. I've got all the tools and all the armor. So I know.
Good boy you are.
What is that even supposed to mean? Just
boy.
stop talking and pay attention.
I am.
Okay, good. You better be paying attention because we are going to go through a lot of things today. All right. So we have our mod material class. First thing we're going to do is we're actually going to rename this class so it's a bit more descriptive as to what it is, because tool materials and armor materials are different. So in your mod material class, I'm going to right click on mod material and go to refactor, rename.
Refactor.
Again, right click on mod material, refactor, rename. And I am going to call this guy, you'll notice like a red box pops up, just change it to mod tool material. And you'll notice it changes down here and in the file name as well. This is why we use refactor rename.
Right.
It will rename this thing in every single place that it has to be referred to.
How do you make the red box disappear?
You just press enter and then it'll finish. So now this is going to be called mod tool material from now on, because later on when we do armor, we're going to add a mod armor material. So it's best to differentiate between the two of them so we know which one is which. Now, 1 second.
Wait, let me refactor it again.
What do you mean again?
Wait, what is it? Mod tool material, right?
Yes.
There we go.
And please stay muted if you do not need help, so we don't have background noise and such. Okay, so we've got this mod tool material. Now it's time to make the actual sword item class. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to right click on your gear package. Right click on this gear package. I keep forgetting to figure out how to turn off the annotations. There's probably a setting for it somewhere. I'm just too lazy to find out where it is. Whatever. So right click on the gear package and go to new Java class. And we are going to call this one mod sword item. Capital M, capital S, capital I.
Mod sword.
Yes, and there's no need to repeat it in the chat. Just stay muted if you don't need any help, or I will mute you so that there's no background noise. So mod sword item, and then we are going to press enter. Wow, magic. There's our new class. It's called mod sword item. So cool. Okay, so in our mod sword item, you know, it's an empty class right now, obviously. So in we had a different item class already. We had the mod, or no, we didn't. We didn't have a different class. What we did, do stop spamming the chat and let's just focus on the actual thing here. So here, no, not here. Where was it? Here it is. Here we made a new instance of the class item. That's the base item It's just the regular item doesn't do anything. If we wanted to make this a regular item, we could extend the class item. We went over extends last time, pretty sure. But we don't want to make it a regular item. We want to make it a sort item. So who can guess what class we're going to extend? Hint, I already said it. We're extending the class sort item. Because I said sort item. Okay.
Sort item.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for telling me after I already told you the answer. Okay, so click right after the word mod sort item and press space and then type in the word extends. And it should turn orange because it's a Java keyword. Okay, then we're gonna press space again. And I'm gonna type in capital SWO, and then the first thing that shows up here should be sort item.
How many spaces do we put?
One. When did I ever say to put more than one? There's a space in between each word, like between mod sort item and extends and this thing. Just pay attention and it'll all make sense. So once you type in SWO, just double click and you've got yourself that. You should get, or you can press enter also to auto-complete it. You should automatically get an import statement up above, and you should have a red squiggly right here. And the reason for this red squiggly, why what? Okay, so yeah, the reason for this red squiggly, I think he was asking why there's a red squiggly. I'm about to explain that. So the reason for this is because if I go to sort item, and I might as well explain it. So if you hold control and you click on this thing, on sort item, it'll take you to the actual class. On Mac, that will be command click. So like I hold command and I click on this, and it takes me to sort item. You will notice there is a constructor here that requires 4 different parameters. Number 1 is the item tier, and that's what we have here. Mod tool material implements item tier. So that's the first parameter. 2 and 3 are attack damage and attack speed, and those are pretty self-explanatory. And the last one is just an instance of item.properties, which we can get pretty easily. So in your mod sort item class, we are going to add 1 constructor. So at the end of line 5, after the opening curly bracket, press enter. And we are going to type public mod sort item, parentheses, curly brackets. So this is like a completely empty constructor. You know, like it's the same as having no constructor at all in this class. And you'll notice there's a little red squiggly because it's like, okay, you're constructing this object, but you still have to call the constructor of the thing that you're extending, because that's how inheritance works. Because like, since a mod sort item is a sort item, when I create a mod sort item, I'm also implicitly creating a sort item. So I have to call its constructor as well. So first of all, we're going to take 2 parameters in this constructor. Number 1 is the tool material to use, and number 2 is the properties to use. So inside the curly brackets, we're going to say mod tool material. And you'll notice there's no import statement because it's in the same package as mod sort item. So there's no need to import anything. So mod tool material. And then don't forget this part. Everybody always forget. I always see like at least one guy who doesn't remember to do this part. Mod tool material space lowercase word material. Every parameter needs both the data type and the name. You cannot leave out this part. It's very important. So that is parameter 1. The second
Should we
parameter.
autocomplete mod tool material?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you do or don't do it because there's no import statement. So you can to save time. Okay. After the lowercase word material, we're going to put a comma because we need 1 more parameter. And this parameter, we're just going to type capital P, R, O, and there's properties. Autocomplete that. And you'll notice there's no import statement for that one either, and I will explain why in a bit. So after the uppercase P properties, press space and then type lowercase p properties. You need every single word that is in here. I don't want to see a single person that doesn't have this lowercase properties here, or I will be annoyed because I said like 3 times to put it there. So make sure you put it there. It's very important. Because we have one parameter that's of type mod tool material, named material, and another one of type properties, named properties. Now, the reason that there is no import statement here is because mod sort item extends sort item extends tiered item, which extends item. Well, if someone does it, I'm going to be annoyed. Like, I'll help you, obviously, but I'll be annoyed. So look, mod sort item extends tiered item, extends item. And inside this item is where the properties class actually exists. So since this properties class already exists in item and our mod sort item indirectly extends all the way to item, we don't have to import it because it's technically already inside of our class. So it already knows if I say properties, this is the properties that I mean. If I wanted to use some other properties class, then I'd have to import that one and specify that one specifically. Okay, so that's why there's no import statement there. But we still have a red squiggly, and why is that? Well, we still have not called on the constructor of the sort item. So that is what we are going to do. Before that, does anybody have any questions or need any help or anything? Okay, very good. So in between these two curly brackets, for me, this is line 7. And if you format yours correctly, it should be line 7 for you as well. In between these two things, I am going to type super. And I think I explained this last time as well. Super is a way of referring to the constructor of the item that you're extending. So if I type in super, it's actually referring to this guy here. And there's 4 parameters we have to give it. Number 1 and 4 we already have because our mod tool material implements this. So we can use that for the first one. And then we already put properties for this 4th one. So back on here, I'm gonna put my parentheses. Inside parentheses, okay, who can guess what we're gonna type for the first parameter? Any guesses are okay.
Tool material?
That's very close. It's just material. Mod tool material is the type of the parameter, but just material is its name. So we're going to type.
Oh, and then the other one is going to be properties.
That's the 4th one. Yeah, there's 2 in between that I'll explain when we get there.
Damn it.
So inside these parentheses, material, right? Comma. Now this is the part where it gets really weird. When you tell it the attack damage and attack speed parameters, they seem like completely random numbers. And so let me just type it out. The attack damage, we're gonna put 3, comma, and the attack speed, we're gonna put minus 2.4f, which makes absolutely no sense. Like, why would our sword do 3 damage and attack at negative 2.4 speed? But no, this isn't half hearts. This is not in hearts. And besides, the diamond sword does 7, and we want our sword to do 8, which we've already specified in the tool material, I believe. Like,
wait, could
damage
we
4,
put our sword to like could we put our sword to like infinite, like a one-shot sword, or like is that not possible? Like, could you make it to infinite or no?
Okay, a couple things. First, please fix your mic before next time. There's so much background noise. Number 2, yes, you could, not infinite, but you could put like a really big number if you wanted. But you wouldn't put it here. You would put that in your mod tool material for this 4.0f, the damage parameter. Number 3, Mihir raised his hand. What's your question?
Whenever I type 3 after material, it adds like this gray thing.
Yeah, it probably says attack damage in, right? I have that disabled here because people were typing it out, but it automatically tells you that so you know what parameter this number actually
Like
means.
an annotation?
It's not an annotation, it's just like a little hint. It's not actually part of the code. It's something IntelliJ does to help you
But
understand
how do you
what parameters you mean.
re-enable hints? How do you re-enable?
I think you go to like preferences, and it's somewhere in here. I don't even know where. General? No, wait, inlay hints. It's probably this one. Yeah, and then you can just turn on show hints and press OK. So please stop annotating the screen. Like, I haven't turned it off, but that doesn't mean you should be doing it. So look, if you ever see anything gray like this, you'll see this is in like a different font as this one. So if you ever see a gray thing like this, don't type it out. It's just saying what the parameter is. Okay, so after the -2, oh, so I explained this. So for some reason, it adds a value of 4 to, I'll get to that red squiggly in a bit as well. For some reason, it adds a value of 4 to the attack speed you give here. So swords in the game have an attack speed of 1.6, which is, -2.4 plus 4. I have absolutely no idea why it does that. And same thing for the attack damage. It adds like some number to it. I don't know why it does that, but these are the numbers that work in the game. So
Can I make it faster?
Yeah. Like if you wanted an attack speed of like 2.6, you go like -1.4, and then they would add 4 and you get 2.6. But we're going to stick with -2.4 because 1.6 is the default attack speed for all swords in the game currently. Okay, now let's get around to fixing this red squiggly. The last parameter we need here, number 4, is going to be the properties. So right after the F here, put a comma, space, properties. And last, do not forget, semicolon at the end of the line. And this is our completed sword item class.
Is it ready?
No, not yet. There's still a couple more things we have to do before we actually see the sword in the game. I mean, like adding any item, you have to register the item, and we just created the item class. We still have to register the item. We have to make the item model. We have to put in the texture of the item, and we have
And
to
make
put
a way
the
to craft
localization.
it.
And that too. We do have to do that as well. Yeah. So let's get started with that. Number 1, we're gonna go to mod. Oh, first of all, does anybody have any questions or still have any errors in this class? Very good. We are going to now go to mod setup event subscriber. We're probably never going to use mod event subscriber anymore, so you can ignore that one anytime I say go to class. Mod setup event subscriber is where the cool stuff happens. And we are going to have to register our item in here somewhere. So I like to keep my item registrations organized so I can tell what's what. So at the end of line 16, after this epic ingot and after the parenthesis, I'm going to put a comma. And here I'm going to press enter twice because I want to separate regular items from like tool items, from armor items, etc. And I usually do this for like not only this part, but also for like model files and everything else really. So here we're going to take this line, take all of line 16 except for the comma. So like from the word setup all the way to this last parenthesis, but not including the comma. We're gonna copy this and we're gonna paste it here. And this is now what your thing should look like. It should be the same line twice with one line in between. And this one's got a comma on it. So I have absolutely no idea what this would do if we ran it in the game. We'll try to register the same item twice. That's not what we want, obviously. So we are going to edit this a bit to make it actually work. Yes, question?
On my screen on line 24, there's this it's like there's a red circle and the whole line is just red.
Share your screen.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's just click on the circle on the left side. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
What that is, it's called a breakpoint. So like when you're debugging code, you can like pause the code at that location and see like what variables values are and whatever. It's good for debugging, but we're not going to use it. So if any of you ever see a red circle like that, just click on it, it'll go away. Mira, what's your question?
For to copy line 16. Mine isn't on 16. Mine's on.
It's probably just a formatting error. Just if I say a line number, just make sure you're looking at the same line that I am. So find this line wherever it is, and copy it 2 lines down.
Right, so we just need to copy that.
Yeah. So it should look like this. You should have setup whatever comma enter setup whatever.
Okay.
Give you guys like a minute to figure that out, and then we will work on actually registering the item. Yeah, if Mira and Neil's mic could like average each other out, that would be perfect. Okay, who is not muted and not talking? You get muted, you're already muted, perfect, okay. Yeah, it's fine, it's no big deal. We can still hear you fine, it's fine. Okay, is everybody good with this? Or does anybody need more time? Alrighty, let's register the sword item. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change it from epic_ingot to epic_sword. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, right? So our item's registry name is going to be epic_sword. Next thing we have to do is this part here. Instead of a new item,
We
we're gonna
need to create a JSON file.
Yeah, we'll get to that after we do the code part. So like there's this part, then there's the model JSON file, then I'm gonna send you guys all the textures that I've made, and then we'll do the localization, and then that should be good for sword, and then we can move on to the other tools. So we have our, we're gonna change this from item to sword item. So type out the word sword here. Do not autocomplete it, otherwise you'll get like, oh wait, no, I guess that, just don't autocomplete. Just type in the word sword. It should turn red like this. Don't autocomplete it, otherwise weird things happen. So we have the word sword here, and it's red. So I'm gonna press Alt Enter or Option Enter on Mac, and it'll automatically import it. Oh wait, shoot, I meant not sword item, mod sword item. Yeah, mod sword item. Yeah, don't autocomplete it, but type in like mod sword item, and then when it turns red, just Alt Enter to import it. The autocomplete is not very intelligent sometimes. Like I don't know why it does that. Okay, so we've got our we got this. Now there's a red squiggly here because mod stored item requires 2 parameters, and we've only given it properties. So we have to tell it which tool material to use. And we are going to do that. So right before the get in get mod item properties. Yeah, that is quite ironic, but don't worry about it. So right before the get in get mod item properties, so you'll see my cursor is right between this parenthesis and get, I'm going to type in capital MOD, capital T, and the second one that shows up should be mod tool material dot epic. And if I double click that one to autocomplete, it'll import everything we need. And then just put a comma and a space. So at this point, this is what your file should look like. This is what your line should look like. If anything is like completely red, like for example, if it's like this, Alt Enter is your friend and it will fix the imports for you.
Wait, I need help.
Okay, share your screen.
What do I do here?
Right after the C in epic, put a comma and then a space. There you go.
Okay.
So at this point, we have now registered the sword item as a new mod sword item with our tool material and with the default properties that'll put it in the creative tab that we made last, or the time before, I don't even remember, last time I think. Does anybody have any questions or errors? Okay, very good. Next step is going to be the JSON model.
Yes.
Now, a lot of these are just copy paste annoying things, and I forgot to put these in a zip file and I'll put them in Google Drive. But Brian, do you have a question? Or what's going on? Okay. All right. So give me a second to like zip these. What do you call them? I have the model files on my other computer, so let me put them in a zip. I'll put to Google Drive because we're not going to waste time like manually copy pasting every single JSON file and whatever, because I've already done that for you. That's the boring part of Minecraft modding. You know, every time you make a new item, you have to do all this copy paste stuff. Even all the recipes are actually JSON files. And I will send a link to that Google Drive when we get to the point of adding recipes, which I believe will be after we do the localization. So let me go ahead and put these into a zip. Give me a minute to do that. Send to zip folder, bottles, load to Google Drive. Okay, that's uploaded. Right, okay. What guy? Oh, this? What is this?
Yeah, what's the dude?
Inspection profile. I have no idea, actually. Okay, so I have now uploaded this to Google Drive, so I'm going to go to my Google Drive. There are a couple of things. Number one is this models.zip. So I'll put
Nice
this in.
Ruby.
Thank you. It's literally just a recolored diamond. So copy link, go to here, go to the chat. Here is our Google Drive. This is for the model. So when you download this, what it should look like, you guys can see my Finder window, right? Oh, not anymore, because I have to close it, but okay, yeah, cool. If you can see it, that's good. So just download this guy. And you should see models.zip in your, like right here. So if you, on Mac, you can just double click to unzip. On Windows, you can right click unzip. I'm assuming you guys all know how to unzip things. Mira, what's your question?
My thing is just showing like 9 items.
What do you mean?
It's like when I click on the link, it took me to document.
Okay, so if I click on this link, what'll it do? Yeah, okay, so then at the top right, just click on the download button. It'll download a zip.
Wait, how do you unzip this?
So if you're on Mac, you double click on it. If you're on Windows, let me check on my Windows how you do that. Do I have a zip? If you're on Windows, you right click and then you click extract all. So I'm gonna unzip this here. And now I have my models folder here. Does anybody have any trouble unzipping things?
Oh, what?
Okay, so I'm gonna assume everybody's able to unzip it. If you go in this models folder, you will see 9 different models. 5 of them are tools, 4 of them are armor. I figured I'd just load them all into one thing so that we don't have to like worry about doing it.
Wait, my unzipping thing isn't working.
Share your screen. Entire screen, not just any one window. Whenever I say, this is for all of you, whenever I say share your screen, I mean the entire screen, not just one window.
Wait, where'd Zoom go? There we go. Okay. Share screen. Wait.
I think we should be able to finish a sword today, and we can start on the other tools. But
Okay,
armor
so
we'll have to wait for next time.
Like I'm double clicking it, but it
No,
just
it's already unzipped. What are you doing here? You're fine.
really it's unzipped.
Yeah.
How do
Also,
you know that?
I said to share your entire screen, and you did not.
That is my entire screen. It won't let
No,
me share.
That's just your Finder window.
Exactly.
So I mean, you're like
Fine.
it says like desktop one or screen one or something. Not that. That's not what I meant.
Oh.
I meant when you click share screen, you have to click screen one or desktop one or something. I've said this like every other time I've asked people to share the screen.
Got it. Okay.
But for now, it's fine. Just next time, do that.
Wait, it's already good.
That's already unzipped. Yeah, you're fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Fine.
So I'm gonna share my screen. Right. So I've got these 9 here. I'm just gonna select all of them and copy. Right. And then I'm going to go to where my thing is located. So for you guys, this will be on desktop. For me, it's in here. Or actually, no, better do this. You know, we'll this would be a better way. So open up your folder and open up your IntelliJ next to it. Select all of these and drag them onto models.item. So you should see like a little red box around models.item. So I'll drag it here. Why does it do that? This is so stupid. Try it again. If it says index is in process, just click OK and do it again. And then when this window pops up, just click refactor.
Wait.
And then all of your things should show up here.
Wait. Wait, where do you put it? Models.item.
Models.item, yeah, right there.
And then should I just press refactor?
Yeah, if the window shows up, just press refactor.
Done.
How do you
Oh,
unzip?
that's
Okay,
so
if
cool.
you're on Mac, you double click on the zip folder. If you're on Windows, you right click and click extract all. Okay, so once you've got these model files in here, let's take a look at, you put it in models.item. So let's take a look at this Epic Sword model. You'll notice there are 2 differences from the Epic Ingot.json. Who can tell me what they are? Let me see if I can open them like side by side or something.
Wait, epic ingot.json we need to go to?
No, open up Epic Sword. Or just look at my screen even. Who can tell me what the 2 differences between these 2 files are, other than like the name of the file?
It's item/handheld for Epic Sword and item/generated for Epic Ingot.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the one difference, and the other one is just like it says Epic Sword in this one versus Epic Ingot that one. This handheld is important. Oops, where did the other one go? Because generated is just for like a regular item that you just hold like in your hand normally. Handheld, when the prompt shows up, just click refactor. When you put handheld here, it'll show as if you're actually holding a tool in your hand, not just like a regular item. So that's the main difference between these 2. Okay, so now we have our model files completed. Now we have 3 more steps to go, I believe. Number 1 is going to be the textures. Number 2 is the localization. And number 3 is the, what is number 3? A recipe. Recipe is number 3.
What about the creative tab?
That's already done here. See the get mod item properties thing?
Oh, okay.
That already adds it to the creative tab.
But we didn't add the other pickaxe, shovel, or do you have?
Yeah, we'll do that after we finish the sword. We have to go through like the entire process of it, and then I'll show you guys how to add the rest of them.
That's sad.
Wait, so what does a localization do again?
Localization is the lang file here, where we like translate it from the internal name to like a human readable name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so does anybody have any questions or need more time or need help or anything?
I think my epic ingot.json is different than yours.
I will come over and look.
Technical difficulties. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, it's fine. What do you mean?
Yours had all the text in it.
That is text.
Look, it has like orange text.
What?
Yours too, like a lot more text than mine.
I was in like this file.
Oh.
You got a comma there.
Oh.
Guys, stop writing on the screen.
Okay, so that is dealt with. Right, textures are next, and I think I have to re-upload the thing. Oh, model. You put all the models in models.item folder here. So, okay, Dhruv, what's your off-topic question? If you got a question, you got to ask it. The lock, that one, what is that? I have no idea.
Stop asking questions that aren't really important.
Oh, okay. It just changes it to be read only. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's an option, I guess. Okay, so I have to upload one more thing to Google Drive. I realized I uploaded it wrong yesterday. So let me fix that. And then, so I'm re-uploading the textures to Google Drive because I didn't do it right yesterday. So give me a minute. I'll get that sorted out. Assets, epic mod, textures, send to compressed folder. Okay, there we go. That's uploaded. Well, it's a good question. Like I didn't even know what it did until you asked the question and I looked. Okay, so here we have item textures.zip. This stupid link sharing thing is so annoying. I have to click so many times just to get a link. Okay, there you go. There is your item textures.zip. And this is going to be a similar process to the models.zip one. So go to the link. At the top right, to press the download button. Go here, unzip it. And inside this item textures folder, there are two folders. There's item and models. Don't worry about models for now. That we'll get to when we get to Armor. I'm just uploading it with the rest of them so that we don't have to like download more things when we get to that part. Okay, so once you've unzipped
Can you
this,
check if my thing is unzipped?
as long as it doesn't, like if you're, are you on a Mac or Windows?
Mac?
If you can see the folders inside it, that means it's unzipped.
Wait, so as long as I can see the
Okay.
two.
This one has the word zip on it, therefore it is zipped. This one does not, which means it is not zipped. Think about that one.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, but that's pretty much how you look like. Yeah, see, like this one's all zipped up. This one, if you can see the folders inside, it's unzipped. On Windows, it's a bit different. That's why I was asking which one you're on.
Okay. So wait, do I just copy both of them and put them in my intelligent?
Almost. Because IntelliJ is a bit weird with this. So what we're gonna do is in IntelliJ, you right-click on textures.item,
Mm-hmm.
and you click either Reveal in Finder or Show in Explorer, depending on if you're on Mac or Windows. So for me, it's Reveal in Finder.
Yeah.
And you'll get this. So now we have our two windows side by side. We have this one, which is the actual textures folder, and this one, which is the unzipped thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select these two folders, item and models, and drag them into here. Crap, that's annoying. Why can I not merge them? That's stupid. Okay, well, it's a bit different than that, okay? I guess it's not that easy. So what we'll do, first step, you just drag the models folder into here. That just goes in there all nice and clean because there's no conflicts or anything. Next step is we're gonna open up the item folder on both sides. So in this one, you'll see like 10 different textures. Oh, this one has an epic ink in it. That's probably the problem here. What if I delete this? Give me a second, we'll try something. No, that doesn't work either. Okay, so just select all of these, and just drag them into your item folder. And if it asks if you want to replace the epicingot.png, just click replace it because I changed it a bit. It's not that big a deal. You don't have to replace it if you don't want to.
Wait, where do we drag it into items, right?
Yeah, the ones in the item folder from the unzip thing go into the item folder you already had. So at this point, your textures folder should look like this, where you have item and then like 10 different things in it, and then models, or you can even see it in IntelliJ. If I go to this thing, you'll see we have an item folder and a models.armor folder like this.
Wait, do we need to drag it into something? Did I miss something?
Yeah, we just did all the dragging stuff into other things.
What? We didn't drag it into intelligent yet?
Yeah, we dragged it into this Finder window. That's what I was just
Oh,
explaining.
that's all we did? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
we did
but
it.
then when you do that, it'll update in IntelliJ also. Here, I'll go through it again. Let's see. So
Wait,
this
it
is
updates IntelliJ?
this folder and the one in IntelliJ are the same folder.
Oh, I'm so smart.
So okay, I'll just do it again.
Okay, never mind. I got it in intelligent.
So look, if I go to this thing, so here's the unzipped folder on the right side. Here's the IntelliJ folder on the left side. So drag the models just straight up into here, right? Then open up the item folder on both sides, and then move everything from the right side into the left side. Hello, move, please. Okay, and then replace any old files that are there. And now you should have, if you go to IntelliJ, it'll refresh. Like if you close and open this folder, you'll have an item folder and a models.armor folder. And this is what they should look like. Does anybody's folders not look like this? Okay, I will help you, but please pay more attention next time. Share your screen and I can see what it looks like.
It's like this, and I really understand.
Okay, right, so on the left window, scroll all the way to the right. Yeah, okay. Now drag the models folder from the right side into the column with item on the left side.
This one?
Yeah, drop it there. Okay, now click on item on the left side and the right side. No, not that one, item. Yeah, now drag everything, all the PNGs from the right side into the column with epicingot.png on the left side. So select all of those.
You have to like highlight all
There
of
you
them.
go. And then
F-
drag it to where epicingot.png is. Drop it there.
Why do I see a sword?
Wait, do I say keep both stop?
Click replace. There you go. Now you should be good to go.
Mr. Teacher Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Teacher Man?
Yeah. What do you want?
Why did I see like a sword and a pickaxe together?
I think he selected all of them, so it like overlaid each one on top of the other one.
Damn, that looks ugly then.
Okay, so that is textures. That is now step like 3 of 5 or something like that. So the next 2 steps, the last ones, are number 1, localization, which is pretty simple. And number 2 is recipes. That's what we're gonna get to right now. Also, we have our mod items class from last time. You'll notice we didn't make any entry for the sword here. You could, I don't think it's necessary though, because the only reason we have this one here right now at least is to give our, to make our like creative tab icon, and we're not gonna change it to the sword for now. So we're gonna ignore this class pretty much. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is a localization. That's right here. So again, I have to keep my NUS JSON file organized.
You need a screen share.
Oh, I'm not screen sharing. What am I doing? That is very bro. Here we go. Now I am screen sharing. Right. Okay, so what I was saying before is that we have this mod items class here where like we have this epic ingot thing, but we don't need to give any entries for the sword because like we're not going to use that variable anywhere. So what we're going to do here in our nus.json file, I like to keep these organized. So at the end of line 2, after the comma, I'm going to press enter twice. And on the left side, our entry is item.epicmod.epic_sword, colon. On the right side, just epic sword. And then it's quite literally the same thing for pickaxe and whatever else. So like, I'll do it in order usually. Axe, pickaxe. You don't have to do this right now, but I'm just going to fill it out. let's see, shovel, hoe. Just leave it as a sword one for now, but this is what we're gonna do next time, basically. Or when we add the other, because we're not gonna have time to add the other tools today, that's for sure.
Wait, isn't it easy? Like, don't we just go to the like mod item groups, or which one was it? Mod tool No, it was the mod sword. No, It was one
No, adding the rest is pretty easy, but we only have time today to finish the sword. Next time we'll add the rest of them pretty quickly, and then we'll move on to armor.
wait, isn't it just copy and pasting stuff?
Yeah, so most of it's supposed to be basically you copy paste mod sword item and you extend like pickaxe item or something instead. You change some of the values here, and then you like create a new item in this place and then do the localization, which I've already done here. I'm gonna delete these ones for now. We'll just fill it out next time instead. So we'll get to that next time. Don't worry about it. We have like 9 minutes right now, and I really want to finish this sword. And we're not gonna have to rush or anything. We should be fine on time because now there's only one step left. And that step is the recipes, which is what we're going to do. And wouldn't you know it, we have a Google Drive for that too. Because a lot of this stuff is really just like copy pasting, and it's really annoying to like do normally. So we're just gonna have you guys copy paste it to save some time, right? And we can get to more stuff that way. Okay, Google Drive link number 3.
Yeet.
This one should be easier to drag and drop, I believe. So if I go to this guy, download, right, and then unzip it.
What happened? I didn't get the no recipes folder.
What do you mean?
I just got items and models. Like there's items.
You're unzipping the wrong one probably.
Downloads.
You gotta unzip recipes.zip.
Wait. Oh, I clicked the wrong link. I'm stupid.
I just sent the link in the chat. It's the so.
There we go. I'm so smart.
Okay, that's nice.
Now what do I do?
Now I'm gonna mute you because if you don't need help, you shouldn't be talking. First of all, and then we're gonna open up recipes. In here, there are 2 folders, armor and tools. But before we get to using those, we have to make a couple of folders first. Open up your IntelliJ. What is the structure of these folders again? All right, data.epicmod.res. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is right-click on your resources folder and go to new directory. Again, right-click on resources, new directory. And we are going to call this one data, D-A-T-A. And then right-click on data, new directory. And this one, what do you mean, wait, are you not paying attention? We're making a new folder called data. And then you right-click on data, and you make another new folder, and we got to make a couple folders. Well, what are you confused about? Say it out loud, so you don't have to like type it out in the chat. It's really not that complicated. We're just making a couple of new folders.
I forgot that it was called directory instead of folder, so I was confused.
Yeah, okay. Directory and folder just mean the same thing, basically.
Wait, can you go back to the part after you make the folder? Do you do anything after that?
So have you made the data folder already?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna right click on data and we're gonna go again to new directory.
Okay.
And this one is the name of your mod ID. So for me, Epic Mod, probably for the rest of you, also Epic Mod.
Okay.
Right? And now you should see data.epicmod.
Oh yeah.
And then right click on it again and go to new directory. And this one is going to be called recipes. And press enter. Now any recipe file, there's not so confusing. It's just data, Epic Mod, and recipes. I don't see what's confusing about it. This is just the way the Minecraft structure is. Like I can't change it. Any JSON recipe file you put inside this folder or any subfolders will be registered as an actual recipe. And since it can be put into subfolders, we have to make yet another folder because we want to keep our recipes organized. So like we're going to separate the tool and armor recipes from like the block recipes, from, I don't know, smelting recipes, things like that. So we're going to right click on data.epicmod.recipes. We are going to say new directory one last time. And we're going to call this gear, because this is where like tool and armor recipes will go. So does anybody not see data.epicmod.recipes.gear here?
It only shows data.epicmod.recipes.gear if it only has like one child, right?
Yeah, if there was like two folders inside recipes, then it would show like those two different ones.
Okay.
So like in epicmod, it doesn't show .lang because there's like two other ones here also. So last step is to select the armor and tools folders from your recipes zip and drag them into the gear folder that we just created. And boom, drop it there. Oh my God, why does it do that? It's so stupid. It's indexing and processing happens literally every time. Whatever. So just select these two. If it says indexing and process, click OK and do it again. And when this thing shows up, refactor. And now, if you open this up, you should see armor and tools with like a bunch of JSON files in them.
Why does it show ISS? Does that mean ingot stick?
Oh yeah, also I'll explain that. So if I go to epicsword.json, this is the way that recipes are created. First, we have the type of the recipe. It's a shaped crafting recipe. Next, we have the pattern that goes in the crafting table. So I have two items represented by I on top of each other, and one underneath represented by S. And then in the key, I tell it what each letter, which item each, yeah, it is done now, but let me explain the recipe, then we'll launch the game and see it. In the key, it tells you what each letter represents. So S, for example, is a stick. I is an epic mod, epic ingot. And then, of course, we have the result where you get one sword. Feel free to change this to like, I don't know, stack of swords if you really want. I'm going to keep it at one, though. And you'll notice we have a shovel, pickaxe, two different hoe recipes, one for each side. Same thing for axe. And we also have armor recipes that we will look at next time. So at this point, you should be able to launch the game and see your sword and its recipes. I hope it doesn't give an error for like having recipes with items that don't exist, but we'll see.
I'm launching it now. What?
But wait, didn't we just now make the items exist? So
Not the axe and like pickaxe and
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because like we didn't register them in the creative.
Yeah, well that'll be next time.
Wait, don't we just have to do like /give item?
No, they're all in your creative tab now, so they should show up there.
Finally, it starts building. Slow.
But you won't be able to give yourself an axe or pickaxe or anything until next time because we haven't actually created those yet. We have the textures and the recipes and the models, but we haven't done the code part of it, which we will do next time along with armor after that, I believe. So let's go and check out what we have in our world here. Now you can see that there's an error here because Epic Leggings doesn't exist yet. That should be fine. So now if I go to my creative tab, wow, Epic Sword.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And if you compare it to a diamond sword, it's the same thing, but with one more attack damage. And it says 8 here, which makes sense, even though we put like 3 and 4 as our numbers for attack damage. So like I said, the internal coding is just really weird. Oh, I still have that thing on. And if you get out a crafting table and some crafting ingredients, you should be able to craft one of these swords as well.
One of these.
There you go. Whole bunch of swords.
Oh my! Why would you do that?
So I can kill more cows and blow them up.
Animals.
Yeah, once you get in, just make sure your sword works. It has like the right attack speed and damage, has the correct name, it's like localized properly, and that you can craft it with the crafting recipe.
Oh my god. You actually
can-
give a pretty sweet texture to it.
All these sectors, just the iron sword or whatever with a gradient applied to it. So it's like really easy to make. And that's pretty much how I'm making all the textures for this.
Yes,
for
I
this
can
mod.
kill. I can kill things in 2 shots.
If you like enchant this thing, enchant
Okay.
dev sharpness 5. Now it does like a lot of
Wait.
damage.
Now, if I go,
Stop whacking cows.
wait, stick.
So even just like standing here, I can 2-shot this creeper. I got like a spider, and I critical hit. Oh, it doesn't kill him. I think it almost did.
I need help.
Put a wither.
And what do you need help with?
So something happened. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead. Oops.
Okay.
Stop share. There we go.
Okay, so if I share my screen.
It is 6 o'clock now. So if you guys don't need help, you're free to. Oh, okay. What is this? You're free to leave if you don't need help. But if you do need help, like this, okay, go to your IntelliJ.
Okay, I was
Are
able to
you
get
sharing?
This.
Are you sharing your entire screen?
Yeah, I am.
Are you? I can't see. I think they're like this. Okay, yeah. Okay. I see. There are a couple of errors here. Okay. Right click on data whatever the heck, and then click show and explore.
Where?
On the
Wait,
left
hold on.
side. Yeah, right click on the data thing.
Heh.
Oh,
this. Okay, yeah.
Show and explore.
Mm,
Go down. There it is.
Don't explore.
Okay. Now make that window a bit bigger. Right. Oh, there's a lot of problems here. There are a lot of problems here. Number one, you made a folder called data.epicmod.recipes instead of making 3 different folders. Okay,
Oh.
so what we're gonna do? Click on the singular data at the top bar.
Here?
Yeah, that one. In there, right click and then new folder. No, don't right click on that. Right click on the white space. Go to the bottom, go to new, and folder, and call this one Epic Mod.
Like that?
Yeah, and then go inside that folder once you've created it. One sec. Okay, and here make a new folder called recipes, and make sure you spell it right. No, RECIPES.
Wait, what?
RECIPES. Yeah, make that folder. Okay, and then so source data. Okay, then go into recipes. Make a new folder here called gear. Yeah, and then go at the top, click on data, and then go to the data.epicmod folder. Go to gear. Copy those two folders, and then at the top, click on data again. Go to the Epic mod, go all the way through, and then paste it here. Right, and then go back to data at the top, and then delete the data.epicmod one. There
So
you go.
in
Now
theory,
it should work.
if I relaunch Minecraft, then it should work, right?
Yeah, you can stick around if you want it to test it, and like we can debug it further if it doesn't work. But I feel pretty confident that it should.
All right. I'm gonna try it real quick, just
Yeah, go
in
ahead.
case.
All right, try it out.
There we go.
Nice. All right, so that you're good to go then. I'll see you in the next meeting.
See ya.